Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I just wanted to discuss some things with y'all real quick. That's all. Let me put me some lip balm on. I always do it before I go to sleep. So wait a minute, y'all. This is gonna be a shortest live in America. Cause I'm not trying to stay on it long because I'm not trying to stay on this live long. But I did want to come on here and talk about something real quick that I find to be real funny. Okay? Let's talk about it. Okay, so I just was reading that Turning Point USA just announced that they will be having another halftime show. So now, allegedly, everything I say is alleged, okay? So now, they will be having uno, dos, and the reason why I'm saying it in Spanish, because y'all will know why. Remember, I did the reel, and I said that somebody is trying to get Bad Bunny deported or whatever, that ICE agents will be there to pick him up, allegedly. Remember when I did that reel? Okay. And remember when I said, but don't Bad Bunny come from Puerto Rico and ain't Puerto Rico part of the USA? I did a reel on Bad Bunny last week, right? And people thought I was playing, but I was for real. And because I knew that the story was going to develop into what I just read. Okay. So let's get into the nitty gritty real quick. Please like, share, and subscribe. Yes, I'm laying down in my bed. I just stopped working a little while ago. So now I'm up laying down. Well, I'm laying down, but I'm talking to y'all because I cannot believe what I just read. Okay? Now, y'all know Bad Bunny is supposed to be performing at the Super Bowl, right? And remember when I did the reel, please like, share, and subscribe as you come in. Hey, everybody. Well, I was going to say good afternoon, but I can't. I have to say a good night. But it's a great night. But let me just tell y'all what I read. Bad Bunny is supposed to be performing at the Super Bowl, right? Hey, everybody. Please hit like, share, and subscribe as you come in. This is a short live. That's why I'm just laying down. I'm not working. I'm not doing nothing. Remember that reel? If y'all remember, I did a reel on Bad Bunny. And what I heard was they did a report, allegedly, even though I've seen it with my own eyes, I'm going to say allegedly, that they said the ICE agents will be waiting for Bad Bunny at the end of his performance. Well, get into this, y'all. So now, on Twitter, I don't even have Twitter. You know how the word just get to you? I love it. But anyway, USA turning USA or something like that. This reported they will be having their own halftime show. And get into this. They want the American people to vote on which halftime show that they will be watching. Now, if this ain't trying to divide the world, I don't know what is. Because here's my thing when I did the reel, right? I said in the reel, I said, ain't Bad Bunny Puerto Rican? Ain't he from Puerto Rico? Ain't Puerto Rico part of US? Right? I remember when I said that. Then I thought to myself after I did the reel last week for y'all, I said they must not have gotten that bit of tea that Bad Bunny is American. So now that they realize, oh, how are we gonna have ICE agents waiting for Bad Bunny if Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico and Puerto Rico is part of the USA? How are we gonna do that? No, we're gonna do one better now. Now we're gonna do one better because they really don't want him to perform. That's real. That's the real tea. I'm giving it to y'all straight. The other people, I'm gonna call them the other people. The other people don't want him to perform. So now Instead of saying y'all don't want him to perform, y'all gonna try to split whoever watches the Super Bowl. Y'all gonna try to split it down and say, well, if y'all want an American show talking about is gonna be American, it's gonna be faith, it's about faith and this and that, and about our America. No, y'all want. Just say y'all want a white show. Just say that. Just say y'all want to see white people. Y'all don't, and whoever wants to listen to English can watch this show. So who y'all gonna have perform over there? Because you know what's funny? I watched a clip of Taylor Swift's. She was on one of the Tonight shows, right? And they asked her about the Super Bowl, and she said she turned it down a couple of times already. And then she gave a reason why she turned it down. She said because her man, Travis Scott, is that his name? I don't know. But he's a football player or whatever. I do know that. And I know his name is Travis. And she said, oh, well, I don't want to, interrupt his season. And then, he might make it to the Super Bowl. And then I'm clouding it with my performance. And I don't want to make it all about me. And, that's his job. And so this is why I don't do the Super Bowl. And, I've been asked a couple of times. And, I don't do it. And I said to myself, because I believe she's been asked a couple of times. I believe she was asked way before she was even got with that young man. Here's my thing though. I'm reading the comments. Hi everybody, please hit like, share, and subscribe. This is not going to be a long live. I just found it real funny that they having 2 Super Bowl performances, okay? And they want y'all to vote. And they want y'all to come really watch I don't want to say white because then it makes it seem like I'm racist, and I'm not racist. You understand what I'm saying? I like everybody. I love everybody. I just don't like when people try to come in and divide and conquer, because that's what that's about. Why would you say, well, y'all should vote on who y'all want to watch? Let's go back to Taylor Swift's conversation, though. She said she turned down the Super Bowl because, her man is in the Super Bowl and, that's his job. And, I want him to worry about his job and not worry about me and not have to worry about me performing and overshadowing him and X, Y, and Z. And at first, the blogs ate that up. They ate it up the other day. They ate it up. Nobody really never talked about it, but they ate it up, right? And I said, oh, you know me, I'm always thinking. And when I seen it, I said to myself, that sounds nice. But why are we now hearing this from her? You understand? And I love me some Taylor Swift. All the Swifties. But I just found it strange that we was hearing that reply from her right now. Then, boom, this comes out today. You understand? Now, where her reply might be on point and on brand because her man is a football player, and I get it. You don't want to overshine him. I get it because she can do that. Her being at the football stadium overshines him a little bit, I feel. Because they show her every 5 minutes. It's like she signed to deal with the Super Bowl too. But I find it funny that, because you know who's over the entertainment now for the Super Bowl? Mr. Jay-Z himself, right? And with him losing out on that deal from the casino, now they trying to do their own Super Bowl show. Basically, what they trying to say is, bring back our people. We don't want to see no Bad Bunny. We don't want to see none of that. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I might have to just turn, even if I don't, because I don't know. I'm not gonna sit up here and cap. I don't know all of Bad Bunny's songs, but I like Bad Bunny. You know, I don't know what he said in the past about whatever, whatever, but I like Bad Bunny. I might have to turn on. Well, I watch football anyway, but I might have to turn on the halftime show just so it can be on the halftime show so he can get the ratings. I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because if he gets bad ratings, like they tried to say Kendrick Lamar got bad ratings when I don't believe he got no bad ratings. They tried to put it out there like he got bad ratings, and we're gonna get on him in about a minute because being that it all ties together. Okay, let's get into it. Um, I'm gonna have to turn on Bad Bunny and watch the halftime show on purpose because I need him to get all the ratings. I don't like the fact that they're trying to divide and conquer people. And you can tell because why would they want you to vote on which halftime show you want to watch? Why would they feel like it's okay to put out a flyer? They have a whole flyer, y'all. I swear. They have a whole flyer. Now, it didn't say who was performing, clock it, but they sure enough had a flyer. Now, a person that's came into mind about who I think they're going to try to get to perform. And I'm going to tell y'all the name right now. Kid Rock. I said it. Kid Rock is going to probably be at their Super Bowl performing because he's so America, 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 America. And he goes right with the whole little, you know, demographic, whatever you want to call it. He rides with them people over there, the red team. See, I like to be in the middle sometimes. I like to be on the side that's right. Football is supposed to be America's sport. But with Jay-Z over the halftime show and Jay-Z over the performances and the talent at the halftime show, I feel like that's a problem for some people. Okay? Him being over it. And they're not getting a person like a Kid Rock or a Taylor Swift and that's why she came out and said what she said. Yeah, I was asked a couple of times, but I turned it down because my man is it's his game, and I want him to focus, and wouldn't that be right on brand for her to say something about that? It's almost like she caught wind about the second halftime show. You feel me? See where I'm going with it? It's almost like she caught wind of it, like somebody told her what they was trying to do. And when you get on this show, on this Tonight Show, we need you to answer like this, please, because we don't want nobody to try to come and, do X, Y, and Z and try to twist your words about the halftime show. So before they drop that tea about the halftime show, just say this and, X, Y, and Z because it fits her brand right now. Her man is in the half, I don't know if he's going to be there because, the Super Bowl is a couple months away. It's in February. But, they pick the people now for the halftime show. And Bad Bunny is one of those people. But I just feel like for them to try to come in and divide up the halftime show like that, they don't want him to get no ratings. For they can say it was a bad performance, for they can force Jay-Z's hand next season. Because it's going to be a meeting if he gets bad reviews. Better believe that. They trying to come in, divide and conquer. People, higher ups, they trying to do that. And by y'all saying, who you going to vote for? Why does everything need to be put to a vote? Why does everything need to be so much divided? Well, look who's in, the Oval. This is what we come in here to do. We coming in here to divide and conquer. You got military coming into some states. They doing raids in certain areas and procedures and dragging people out of their homes allegedly. All of the things I say is alleged. But goes back, let's just stick to the Super Bowl. I just find it funny that this is what they're trying to do to the Super Bowl. So we're going to support Bad Bunny because that is the right thing to do. Even if you don't like him, it's never been two Super Bowls. Never been two Super Bowls. Never. And then you have the nerve to say, well, if you want to hear somebody speak English, don't watch his. What? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot. It's getting to be a little bit nerve wracking at this point. It's getting to be a little bit nerve wracking that they want us to go and vote on what Super Bowl halftime show that we want to watch. Very weird, y'all. Very weird. So now we know why certain people answers is the way they are. I just wanted to tell y'all that real quick. But let me give y'all a little bit of an update on the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar, being that we talk about halftime shows, right? And Kendrick Lamar was last year's halftime performance, and Not Like Us was performed at the halftime show. You see how I segued right on up in there with that? So, remember, Drake was suing UMG and Kendrick Lamar for Not Like Us and saying the P word, and Drake felt like he was talking about him. He said, in a minor, that. So, Drake lost, okay? Drake lost in court to UMG and Kendrick Lamar and the whole Not Like Us debacle in court today. So I feel like Drake should move on from that whole debacle. I really do. Sometimes you just need to move on. Move on. Move around, Drake. Go touch grass or something. I'm not trying to say he shouldn't fight for how he feels, but I just feel like they should he should move on. Be like the greats. They said Michael Jackson was that, and come to find out he wasn't even that. So being that you feel like he said that you was that, and you feel like you're not, and you know that you're not, go be great. Go be Drake. Go be a superstar. The beef is over. The battle is over. Not Like Us was played around the world who knows how many times. It's not coming down off of no iTunes type of store type of situation. It's not coming down. The Super Bowl is still being played on YouTube. It don't have a million and million and billions of views. Okay? I just feel like Drake should go be a superstar and go do what he do. You understand what I'm saying? Move on. Move on from it, Drake. People still like you. We still love you. It was a battle. People say you lost. Some people say you won. It is what it is. Just move on because they're not going to let you win that battle. Okay? So, that's all I have to say. But, being that they're making you vote, right? Let's go back to the Super Bowl. Being that they're making you vote, let's talk about this. Do you think there should be 2 halftime shows? Do you think so? Because I don't think so. It's never been 2 halftime shows. And I just find it funny that it is. I feel like they trying to take the ratings from Bad Bunny and off that show over there, for they can sit down next year. See, people like they play the long game. They play the long game. Okay, and we will be here to talk about it again, God will enable. But I'm just telling you this: if Bad Bunny has bad reviews, they will be over there trying to get whoever to sing the halftime show, which I just feel like, you know, it's been good. It's been good the last couple of years. I don't understand what the problem is, but you know how some people are. They want to hear what they want to hear. So again, I asked you this question before I get off live. Do you think it should be two halftime shows? Let me know what your answer is in the comments, because I don't like that. I don't like that. So let me know how you feel in the comments. My name is Eve the Weed. Please like, share, and subscribe. I gotta go, YouTube. Later.